There will be a lot more radicalism taught in schools if Joe Biden gets elected president, because Joe Biden, this guy appears on camera, once every few days from the comfort of his living room. It could easily be edited. It could easily be massaged so he doesn't put his foot in his mouth, and he still manages to do it. Most recently by saying that he wants, as part of his campaign platform, he wants the Islamic faith to be taught in schools.
Look, one of the things I think is important, I wish we taught more in our schools about the Islamic faith. I wish we talked about all the great confessional faiths. It's one of the great confessional faiths. And what people don't realize, is one of my avocation is theology, don't realize is that we all come from the same root here in terms of our fundamental basic beliefs. And I just want to thank you for giving me the opportunity, for being engaged, for committing to action this November. You're doing what's that's never been done before. You're registering and turning out 1 million Muslim voters this November.
There we go. I was wondering, where did Joe Biden get this recent love of Islam from? Since when is Joe Biden trying to set up madrasas all over the country? Oh, it's because he's pandering for votes, as he always is. So he says, we want to turn out 1 million Muslim voters, and you got to vote for me, and I want the Islamic faith taught in schools. Consider the absurdity that we have come to. It is unconstitutional to teach the Bible in schools, which means it's unconstitutional to teach Christianity in schools. Can't teach Christianity without reference to the Bible. It's not possible. So as of the mid-20th century, when the Supreme Court decided to legislate from the bench and say that it's unconstitutional to teach the Bible in schools, and yet it's now being encouraged to teach Islam in schools. And this is the way it works. I remember even when I was in high school and middle school, long ago, not that long ago, in New York, we were taught much more about Islam than we were about Christianity. We were taught much more about Islamic history than we were about Christian history. We were taught much more about the Middle East than we were taught about European history. The European history course was an elective. You had to choose to take that. But the world history course, which focused heavily on Islam, was required for 2 years. This is already happening. It's not going to be Joe Biden, Joe Biden's pandering for votes that is going to get this across the finish line. There is a major double standard here. Some people have said, well, Michael, they're just teaching about the faith. Sure, right, but they're not teaching about the Christian faith, because you can't teach about a faith without some reference to its source texts, right? So you say no Bible, but we got to read the hadiths. I don't think so. There's this double standard. It's a double standard being leveled on how we teach faith and religion, how we respond to our historical figures, how we build up statues and monuments, even on how we deal with conspiracy theories. There's a double standard. Anything the right does is bad. Anything the left does is good. Anything the left wants is good. I hope you enjoyed that short segment from The Michael Knowles Show. Be sure to check out the full episode linked in the description, or download the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts.